Welcome back, everybody, for the top of the 7th inning. It's another pitching change for the Riptide. In relief of Wyatt Wood is Ryan Baer, left-handed redshirt freshman from the University of the Pacific. 6 foot, 190, left-hander. It's the third lefty of the day for the Riptide. He's going to be going against Matt Waldron. Baer, finance major at University of Pacific, interested in the funds. So he takes first pitch fastball outside, 1-0 to Matt Waldron. Ryan Baer pitched at Glendora High School. He's from Glendora, California. He was named the Athlete of the Year as a senior at Glendora High School, so a guy who can really do it all. That ball misses way outside. It's 2-0 to Matt Waldron. Baer, another guy who's struggled with the control to this point in the season, but he can strike out a whole lot of batters. Baer has a 9.25 earned run average. That control, like I mentioned, has been an issue. 21 walks to 13 strikeouts in 11 innings. So nearly walking 2 batters an inning as he falls behind Matt Waldron, 3-0. Zach Plunkett ventures out to the mound for a meeting of the minds between Baer and Plunkett himself. They talk things over. Plunkett gives him a pat on the back and trots on home. So Matt Waldron ready to go once more. It's 3-0. Looks like we have a change at second base. Austin Reyes is into the game. Andrew Creo is moved over to shortstop. Jake Ortega remains at third, and Dylan Kelly remains at first. Fastball misses way outside in the right-handed batter's box for ball 4. So a 4-pitch walk there to Matt Waldron. So he's been on base in each of his times up today. That's going to bring Derek Rodriguez 0 for 2, struck out swinging in his last time. Channing Varela waits on deck. He has an RBI single to his name in the ball game. Nobody out here in the top of the 7th. Baer working from the stretch now, runner on first base. Checks him once, goes high leg kick and delivers home. Fastball way outside. 5 straight balls now to Zach Plunkett, who takes a moment to give Baer some time on the mound to gather himself. It's 1-0 now to number 32, Derek Rodriguez from Westmont College of California, Santa Barbara. 6'1", 215-pound senior, right-handed hitter. Baer checks the runner at first base twice and delivers home. Fastball hits the strike zone this time. So after 5 straight balls, he's able to throw a strike, calm things down. It's 1-1. Baer checks the runner at first base once more, delivers inside, nearly hits Derek Rodriguez. On the count, 2-1. Rodriguez able to dance out of the way, fell across the plate from the right side. Zach Plunkett able to field it, thank God. On the left side, that one, had it gone back to the backstop, would have put a runner into scoring position, nobody out. We'd like to keep the score at 3-1. We're still chasing those 2 runs. We've had a couple chances to score. Baer misses with a fastball, up and away once more. It's 3-1. Baer comes set once more after getting the sign from Plunkett and delivers. Fastball lined out into left center field. The center fielder, Johnny Carr, coming on. The wind hangs that one up just long enough for Carr to get underneath it. So that's out number 1. We escape a little bit of damage there as Ryan Baer fell behind once again, 3-1. Luckily, Rodriguez was swinging. So Baer induces the first out of the inning. Runner on first base remains, and the batter is Channing Varela. Varela 1 for 2 in the ball game. RBI single into right in the second inning, then flew out into center field his last time. Zach Plunkett ready to throw should the runner go. Baer misses outside low with a fastball. Once again, it's 1-0. The infield is back, ready for that double play. Third baseman Jake Ortega, even with the bag, ready to roll it up as well. Dylan Kelly guards the runner at first base. Denny deep in right field. Johnny Carr playing in medium center. Another fastball misses high and outside. And Plunkett's going to go out to the mound to talk things over with Bear. In left field, Riley Roberts plays relatively deep. Looks like Tyler Schimpf is warming in the bullpen down the left field line for the Riptide. Another guy from the University of Texas. He is from Sacramento, California, though. We have a whole lot of representation from Texas on our roster between Sean Weimer, Austin Boyles, both from TCU, Parker Joe Robinson from California but goes to Texas. Same thing with Tyler Schimpf. Zach Plunkett behind the plate from Texas as well. Chase Goldwater from the state of Texas. Caleb Denny, another guy from Texas. Ryan Bear delivers another pitch way outside. It's 3-0. Zach Plunkett can't be too happy behind the plate. It's always difficult for a catcher, to stay focused when a pitcher is all over the place. It's not fun to catch. Bear checks the runner at first base and delivers once more. Fastball misses outside, so he's walked his second batter of the inning. 23rd walk of the season, and now slightly over 12 innings. Center fielder Ben Skinner, who's 0 for 3, is going to come to the plate. 3 flyouts, twice to center, once to right field, and that was the last time. Runners on first and second base with 1 out in the top of the 7th. Bear checks the runner at second base. Now Austin Reyes is jockeying with him, holding him at the bag. Another fastball, misses high and outside. It's 1-0. Bear comes set at the chest once more and checks the runner only one time. Delivers home, fastball, catches the black on the outer half. We are even at a ball and a strike. Talking with the coaches, the one thing that really does bother them is the walks. Unfortunately, that has been the tail of the tape for the Riptide this season. Whole lot of walks. Trouble on defense as well. This ball lined into right field, a fastball that was right down the middle. They're going to hold him at third base, so the bases are going to be juiced. The ball gets away from Dylan Kelly. Here comes the run from home. Dylan Kelly fields. Runner going to third base now. Dylan Kelly throws on to third where Jake Ortega is covering, so they're going to tag him out. So we'll go over this. Runners were on first and second base. There was a line drive hit into right field that Caleb Denny fielded and threw in to Dylan Kelly at first. Kelly dropped the baseball on the cutoff, so they were holding the runner at third, but he scored as the ball trickled away from Kelly. Kelly got to it, picked up the baseball, but the runner from second base was going to third. So Kelly gathered, threw on to third base where Jake Ortega was covering the bag. He applied the tag on the runner. So now we have 2 outs, runners on only second base. And Cody Phillips at the plate. The score, 4-1 in favor of the Halos after that run on the air by the first baseman Kelly comes across. So now the count 1-0 to Cody Phillips after Ryan Bear misses low and inside, then promptly comes in with a fastball high and outside. It's 2-0. Cody Phillips 0 for 3 thus far. Strikeout and 2 groundouts. Bear asks for the sign once more from Plunkett. Checks the runner at second base and delivers once more. Fastball high. It's 3-0. Andrew Creo, the shortstop, trying to encourage his struggling pitcher with a couple claps of his hands. It's evident, though, that the Riptide infield is having trouble focusing as Creo squatting down at second base, hands on hips. Here comes the 3-0 pitch. It misses outside for ball 4. The troubling thing with Ryan Bear is that not only is he walking batters, but it's 4 pitch walks, 5 pitch walks. He's not finding the strike zone at all, as Jude Chavez is going to come walk out to the mound along with Zach Plunkett. Things might be done for Ryan Bear. Tyler Schimpf is lurking in that bullpen. It's going to be a pinch hitter, Dalton Schroeder. He did pinch hit in the first game and was retired on a fly ball. So he's going to bat for Nick Barode. Check that. He's going to be batting for Austin Russ. It's Jude Chavez is going to trot back into the dugout after speaking things over with his battery mates, Plunkett and Bear. So they're going to go against Dalton Schroeder, 6'3", 185-pounder from Brown University. He hails from Santa Barbara, California, so a couple hours up north. Now Ryan Baer is going to come into him from the left side. He gets the sign from Zach Plunkett, checks the runner at second base once and delivers home. Fastball misses outside, just outside of the black. It's 1-0. Remember, runners on first and second base after the free pass to the shortstop, Cody Phillips. Still 0 for 3. Reached base, though, with that walk. Schroeder 0 for 1 on the day. Pinch hit in the first ball game. Grounds this one back up the middle. Andrew Creo is going to field and throw on to first base. Close play at the bag, but they punch him out. So luckily enough for the Riptide, we escape this top half of the 7th inning with only 1 run allowed. Whole lot of base runners. They do strand 2 after Dylan Kelly threw 1 out at third base. So now we head to the bottom of the 7th inning. The Riptide trail 4-1. New pitcher in the ballgame for the Halos, Charlie Brooks went 6 strong, 1 run on 3 hits with a couple of strikeouts and walks. The new pitcher is Aaron Hamilton, a 6'5", 195-pound right-hander from Northern Colorado University, where he plays for the Bears of the Western Athletic Conference. He's a redshirt junior there. He winds and delivers to Riley Roberts and misses low and inside for ball 1. Hamilton, from Santa Clarita, California, went to LA Mission College prior to Northern Colorado. Started 13 games for the Bears. It was 6-4 with a 4.12 ERA rather. 43 strikeouts in 67 2/3 innings. Comes in there for strike 1 to Riley Roberts. This time Roberts swings and fouls it out of play to the left side. It's 1-2. Hamilton, for the Halos this summer, 5 games, 9 1/3 innings, 1.92 earned run average, 7 strikeouts in those 9 innings, 2 walks, so pretty good control as Riley Roberts lines this one directly at the shortstop, Cody Phillips, who takes a step to his glove hand side and fields that one for out number 1. Bad luck there for Riley Roberts on the line out. So he moves to 1 for 3. Now it's going to be a pinch hitter, Chris Prescott, in for Johnny Carr. He takes over in center field. Carr was 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts, both looking.
Now batting Chris Prescott.
Prescott, good first game at an RBI single down the left field line. That was able to put across our first runs of the game. Tyler Schimpf continues to warm in the bullpen for the Riptide. Fastball on the inner half, swung on and fouled out of play to the left side. 0-1. Prescott wears number 2, committed to the University California, Cal State Fullerton. Fastball misses low that time, gets past the glove of Caleb Murphy. A little bit of lackadaisical backhand attempt by him. So we're even at a ball and a strike to Chris Prescott. Zach Plunkett, the catcher, waits on deck. Prescott, another all-star for the Riptide. He'll be there at the Urban Youth Academy in Compton on Wednesday. He reaches on a fastball, outer half, pops it up to left field. The left fielder, Matt Walden, comes on and camps underneath that one for out number 2. New batter is going to be Zach Plunkett. He's 0 for 2, grounded out to second base in his first time, then flew out in foul territory to the first baseman last time. Zach Plunkett finally assumes his spot in the right-handed batter's box after a brief delay by the home plate umpire. Curveball misses high. It's 1-0. Plunkett, 6'2", 215-pounder. He'll be a junior at TCU in the fall. He's from Hurst, Texas, and attended L.D. Bell High School. Takes a fastball right down the middle. It's 1-1. He was named the district defensive MVP as a senior, also an all-area performer. So he's definitely regarded for that defense. Threw out a runner by a step in this ball game. Hamilton missed inside to Plunkett to make it 2-1, and then throws a fastball that Plunkett swings through. We're even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So 2-2, 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th inning. 4-1 is the score. Halo's lead. Fastball finds its way on the outer half. Plunkett disagrees right at the knees. Umpire K's him up anyway. So Hamilton gets himself out of this inning. 1, 2, 3. 3 up, 3 down for the Riptide. We head now to the bottom of the 7th inning. We're chasing 3 runs. We trail 4-1.
Riptide, and now on the mound, Tyler Schimpf out of the University of Texas.
New pitcher in the ball game for the Riptide in relief of Ryan Bear, who went 1 rough inning of work. He walked 3. Is Tyler Schimpf from Sacramento, California. Attends the University of Texas. 6'4", 207-pound right-hander. He's going to be a junior there in the fall. Plays for 5-time national champion and 6-time national coach of the year, Augie Garrido. Garrido, of course, has moved to a special assistant role in the athletic department of the Longhorns. Schimpf went to Capital Christian High School and was selected by the Oakland Athletics in the 31st round of the 2014 MLB draft. Also, basketball player in high school. Struggled a little bit this summer for the Tide as he winds and delivers. Curveball. This one lined out to Austin Reyes at second. He jumps high, but it gets over his glove. Caleb Denny feels bare hand in right field and tosses on into second base with a good throw. to hold Mike Velasky at first base with a single. So Velasky now 2 for 4.
Now batting first baseman Nick Barode.
Now Nick Barode, who's 2 for 3 in this ball game, is going to hit against Schimpf, who on the season in 4 appearances is 1-0 with a 6.75 earned run average, 18 strikeouts compared to 14 walks in 20 innings. First pitch swinging, Barode pops this one up to right field. Caleb Denny gets underneath this one for out number 1. So 1 pitch, 1 out there to Nick Barode. Runner remains on first base. Tyler Schimpf working quickly. He's going to get things going against Caleb Murphy.
Catcher Caleb Murphy.
Murphy 0 for 3. Flew out to the right fielder Caleb Denny in his last time up. Wind blowing from left to right here still. Tyler Schimpf comes set and checks the runner at first base. Pretty healthy lead. Slide steps home. Fastball hits the inner half for strike number 1. Zach Plunkett has done an excellent job at framing those pitches up. Continued it there, putting it right around the black of that inner half to Caleb Murphy. Murphy gets a curveball, swings and misses on the dirt this time. It's 0-2. So now no balls, 2 strikes to Caleb Murphy. Tyler Schimpf, working on the mound. Mike Velasky at first base has a pretty good lead. Slide step. There he goes from first. Swings and miss. The throw from Zach Plunkett gets out of the correction. The throw gets away into center field, but they're calling an interference on the batter. So that's why the throw got away. So we'll call it a strike him out, nearly throw him out double play on the batter's interference on the throw to second base by Plunkett. So Schimpf gets out of that one. No harm done on the leadoff single. Now we head to the bottom of the 8th inning. The Riptide still trail 4-1. New batter for the Riptide is Austin Reyes. He came in a couple innings ago to replace Angelo Altavia, Reyes swings it from the right side. He's going to get things going against Aaron Hamilton. Hamilton made quick work of the Riptide in his first inning. First pitch from Hamilton nicks Reyes on the leg, so he'll go on to first base. First pitch, HBP for Austin Reyes. Now we're going to move back to the top of the lineup and Andrew Carrillo. Carrillo walked twice and was also hit by a pitch, so he has yet.
Now batting second baseman Andrew Carrillo.
So he has yet to register an at-bat. Carrillo swinging it from the right side, 5'8", 170. Small body, small strike zone. That explains why he's walked. Takes the first pitch and fouls this one straight back. Caleb Murphy gives chase, but it's going to get over the fence, over the backstop. It's 0-1 to Carrillo. Carrillo, fan of the theatrical. Biggest sports thrill is the walk-off hits he's had in his career. Something special. Wouldn't hurt right here. The Riptide trail 4-1. Speaking of the theatrics, just a moment as he lines that one right back up the middle. It's going to get into center field, so runners on first and second base as Carrillo keeps the mini rally going with a single up the middle. Like I was saying,
Now batting third baseman Jake Ortega.
with the common theme of the theatrics, this day in 1999, July 10th that is, it's the 17th anniversary today of the day that the U.S. women's soccer team won the Women's World Cup in Los Angeles. Of course, Brandi Chastain ripping off her shirt, that iconic photo. So that all happened today, 17 years ago. Time really does fly. So we have runners on first and second base and Jake Ortega ready to go against Aaron Hamilton. Hamilton checks the runner at second base and delivers fastball outside to Ortega. It's 1-0. Aaron Hamilton, combination of Aaron Burr and Alexander Hamilton. Funny little name situation for him there, is Aaron Burr was the man that shot and killed Alexander Hamilton. They had a duel. They were foes. They dueled like men used to do in the old days. 2 pistols, 2 shots. Burr downed Hamilton. And that was the end of that. Aaron misses in that time. Ortega ready to go now once more. Shows bunt. Takes inside. It's a ball. Runners on first and second base. Nobody out in the bottom of the 8th inning. The Riptide trail 4-1, so we are chasing 3. 4 runs, 9 hits for the Halos. 1 run, 4 hits for the Tide. We're just looking to string a couple together as Carrillo started us off there with our first hit of the inning. And he pushed Austin Reyes, who was hit by a pitch, onto second. Ortega shows bunt again. They call it a strike on the outer half, though, as he pulled back, so we're even. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Number 3 hitter Dylan Kelly waits on deck, certainly capable of providing some fireworks with 2 home runs on the season. Extra base hit threat. As the 2-2 is low, it's fouled straight back by Ortega. It's still 2-2. Jake, wearing number 10 from Cal State Bakersfield, where he's a utility man, can play the middle infield, can play behind the plate, can play the outfield as well. He excels at each and every one of those positions. He was recruited by a number of schools at every one of those spots. He's played catcher in the infield for the Riptide this season, has not been featured in the outfield yet as the 2-2 gets away from Caleb Murphy, but Austin Reyes glides back into second base as not to test things at third. So now the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out in the bottom of the 8th inning to Jake Ortega. Ortega, the hottest hitter for the Riptide at .365 coming into the game today. He's 0 for 1 with a sacrifice fly ball. Has made solid contact in each time. Fastball misses outside, so that's going to be a walk to Jake Ortega. Good at bat by him. So the bases are going to be full for the number 3 hitter, Dylan Kelly. Big chance now for the Riptide. There's going to be a slow walk to the mound by Charles Merrick. He looks on down into the bullpen. We'll see if they make a change. He's at least going to talk things over with Aaron Hamilton. The Ventura Halo bullpen is warming rapidly. It's the 3rd mound visit of the day for the former Bruin, UCLA Bruin that is, pitcher and outfielder. Seems to be going over some mechanics with Aaron Hamilton, as they think he's falling off center. He keeps drawing a line down the middle of his body. Merrick's does. Pats Hamilton on the butt and walks back to the dugout. Caleb Murphy trotting home with the home plate umpire. Looks like we are ready to go. Dylan Kelly with a huge at-bat here for the Riptide. Nobody out, bases loaded. We trail 4-1. Kelly would be the go-ahead run. Ortega over there on first base is the tying run. Jake Portero, the cleanup man and designated hitter, waits on deck. He's 0 for 3. Dylan Kelly looking to at least score 1. Austin Reyes on third base, and here comes the pitch. Fastball. Misses low and outside. It's 1-0. Dylan Kelly wears number 9. He's 1 for 3 on the day. Singled in his last at-bat. Caleb Murphy signaling out to Aaron Hamilton. Hamilton delivers fastball. Taken for a strike. The throw nearly gets away. He tried to snap back to first base. Murphy did. Burrow, 6'4" at first base, still had to leap up to snag the high throw. Luckily for the Ventura Halos, he did. That would have scored at least 2, probably 3, but all for naught is the tall Burrow able to snag that one. It's 1-1. Hamilton delivers fastball, misses on the dirt. It's 2-1 now to Dylan Kelly. Kelly, man from Northern California, enjoys everything that is north, including the Giants and Buster Posey. Big fisherman as well, enjoys that family time. Fastball to him, misses inside, 3-1. Kelly, of course, a fan of Buster Posey, not only because he's arguably the best player on that Giants roster up north, but a catcher and first baseman combo as well, just like Dylan. The 3-1 pitch to Dylan Kelly is swung on and fouled straight back off the backstop, so we move full to 3-2. Kelly wants to hit here. He knows he can change this ball game. Certainly a capable man with 2 bombs and 5 doubles on the season, 14 runs batted in, looking to add to that total. And the payoff pitch from Aaron Hamilton is low and inside, a very close pitch for ball 4. Kelly took it convincingly as he started the trot to first base, seemingly before the ball even hit the glove. The Halo dugout disagrees with the call, though. Very, very close pitch to take. Regardless, we'll take the run. It's 4-2 now in favor of the Halos. So, RBI walk there for Dylan Kelly. It's going to bring Jake Portero to the plate, who's 0 for 3, 2 groundouts and a strikeout looking in his last time. Good chance for a run batted in for him. He takes fastball high right down the middle, though, for strike 1. So no ball, 1 strike to Jake Portero, usually a third baseman. Designated hitter twice today. Aaron Hamilton delivers fastball at the knees right on the black for strike number 2. So Jake Portero quickly behind 0-2 to Aaron Hamilton. Runner on third base, Andrew Carrillo. Runner on second is Jake Ortega. Runner on first, of course, Dylan Kelly after the walk. Still nobody out in the bottom of the 8th. Here's the pitch. The 0-2 is fouled straight back over the backstop. We remain no balls and 2 strikes. Strong gust now. It's just entered the ballpark as Aaron Hamilton comes set at the chest. Medium leg kick delivers home. This ball, fastball, belted down the left field line. It's going to get down. Could be 2 bases. 2 runs will score as Andrew Carrillo is trotting into home. Quickly behind him is Jake Ortega. Trotting into second base with a slide. A close play is Jake Portero. So a big 2-run double there off the bat of Jake Portero. With runners at second and third base now, we're all knotted up at 4.
And Dylan Kelly, the go-ahead run, stands at third base. And that will end the afternoon.
That's going to be things for Aaron Hamilton. He's going to walk off the mound in anger. New pitcher for the Halos. We'll be back after a quick break. Jake Portero knots things up at 4, a 3-run. Bottom of the 8th inning so far for the Riptide. We still have runners on second and third and nobody out. Quint Robinson is going to be the new pitcher for the Halos. Robinson, a 6'4", 215-pound junior at the University of Tennessee. He's a business analytics major for the Volunteers of the Southeastern Conference. He is from Nashville. Went to the Ensworth School for high school.
Now batting for the OC Riptide, right fielder Caleb Denny.
At the Ensworth School, he lettered in basketball and football. He won the 2013 state championship in basketball and the 2010 state title in football, taking advantage of that size at 6'4", 215 in either sport.
Opponents hitting .205 against him. A whip of 1.07.
On the summer, Robinson, 19 and 2/3 innings, has a 3.20 ERA, 7 strikeouts compared to 6 walks, and he's going to get going against Caleb Denny, who's 1 for 3. First pitch changeup floats on the inner half. Ball 1. Runners on second and third base. It's Jake Portero out there at second, who delivered the big no-out 2 RBI double down the left field line to knot this ball game up at 4. Dylan Kelly is over there at third base. Infield is in, trying to cut down a runner at the plate. Denny just needs to lift something to the outfield as Robinson delivers fastball across the outer half for strike 1. So we're even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Caleb Denny wearing number 1 in this ball game. All we need is that big number 1 run on third base to get across the plate, give us this lead 5-4. Still nobody out, so a good chance to score. Fly ball should do it. Anything into the outfield. Denny grounds this one towards third base. There goes the runner, Dylan Kelly, from third. He's caught in a rundown between third base and home. The rundown continues as they go back and forth, back and forth. So Jake Portero is going to move on to third base. Caleb Denny is going to move up to second, so no harm, no foul. As Caleb Denny likely would have been thrown out at first base had Kelly not gone from third. So runners would have remained at second and third base with 1 out. So runners now still at second and third base with 1 out after the base running mistake by Dylan Kelly. That's going to bring Riley Roberts to the plate. He lined out to the shortstop in his last at-bat. He's 1 for 3 with a single up the middle. The infield will remain in with 1 out, trying to cut down the runner from third base on a ground ball. Roberts just needs to lift something to the outfield as a sacrifice fly still is in play. Robinson delivers fastball, hits the black on the outer half to the left-handed hitting Roberts for strike 1. Robinson, 3/4 delivery from the right side. Not an extremely hard thrower. As Riley Roberts swaggers with the bat. Robinson checks the runner at third base and delivers home. Roberts shows bunt, pulls back as the bunt misses, as the pitch rather misses way outside. Sliding block there by Caleb Murphy to his glove hand side. The count is even at a ball and a strike. So 1-1 with 1 out in the bottom of the 8th inning. Score knotted up at 4-4 after the Riptide have pushed across 3 runs here in the bottom of the 8th inning. It was a walk to Dylan Kelly that scored a run from third base to make it 4-2. And we knotted things up on the RBI double by Jake Portero. Swung on and missed that time. Riley Roberts took a big cut at it. Missed. 1-2 now to the Riptide left fielder. Roberts, like I mentioned, 1 for 3 in the ball game with a single. Capable man with the stick in his hands. He's batting .315 on the season. Robinson delivers the 1-2. Swung on, fouled straight back. We stay at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Chris Prescott, who entered the game in his last time up, waits on deck. Came into the ball game for Johnny Carr. Another left-handed hitter who's capable of driving in a run or two. He has 15 runs batted in after his RBI in a ball game ago. Here's the 1-2 to Roberts. Ball misses in the dirt. We're even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Riley Roberts knows this is a big at-bat, so Riptide would like to at least walk away with 1 win today in the doubleheader. They dropped the first one 5-3 in a 7-inning ball game. They scored late in the 6th. They made that 3-run push. Same thing here in the bottom of the 8th inning. In that second to last inning, they've pushed across 3 runs to knot things up. Changeup way outside. Reached for. Roberts is able to push it foul. Keep even at 2-2. Good job by Riley to protect himself at the plate. You don't want the umpire punching you out on strikes here. So that one was able to find its way foul just out of the reach of the third baseman, Mike Velasquez. Roberts calls time. Quickly steps back in after taking a practice cut against Quint Robinson. Robinson gets the sign from the catcher Caleb Murphy. Still waiting for a sign. Gets the one he likes and comes set. Here comes the 2-2. Swung on and missed for strike number 3. Big strikeout there for Quint Robinson as Riley Roberts trots back to the dugout. He tells Chris Prescott that Quint Robinson has a pretty good curveball. You can see by the motion of his hands that's what he was telling him. That's what he got him on. Pulled the string there. Big pitch from Robinson. As the new batter is going to be Chris Prescott. He has a chance to put the Riptide ahead. Runners on second and third base still with 2 outs. Sacrifice fly is now out of play. It's going to take a hit or an error. The infield is now moved all the way back. First pitch to Prescott misses inside around the feet. 1-0. Prescott, left-handed hitter, wearing a elbow guard on that lead right elbow. Right-handed thrower. Outfield all playing at medium depth besides the right fielder who's deep next to the warning track. The second pitch misses in the dirt on the outside corner. It's 2-0. So Chris Prescott, the commit to Cal State Fullerton. He'll don the blue and orange, navy and orange that is, of the Titans. He's in blue and orange here for the Riptide, looking to put this team ahead 5-4. 4 runs, 5 hits for the Tide. 4 runs, 9 hits for the Halos as a curveball spins in across the black on the outside corner. Prescott disagrees with the call. It's 2-1. Prescott takes a moment to let the umpire know that he disagreed with that one, then steps back into the batter's box. Robinson comes in from the stretch. Fastball inside. Fouled off to the right side by Chris Prescott. It's 2-2. Not sure if that was a real good pitch to hit for Chris as it was high and inside. Seemed to like it though, but weakly tapped that one foul towards the Halo dugout. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th inning. 3 runs across for the Riptide in the bottom of the 8th. We're all knotted up, 4-4, as we venture towards that 9th inning. This time, a changeup grounded towards first base. It's going to be a close play at the bag. Chris Prescott is hustling, but Quint Robinson gets there just in time. So the Riptide do put across 3 runs to knot things up at 4. We will head now, after a close play at first base, to the top of the 9th inning, all knotted up, 4-4. Pitching change for the Riptide in the top of the 9th inning. It's Andrew Owen from Villanova University. He hails from Chicago, Illinois. He's going to get going against the Ventura Halos, who look to push across a run here in the top of the 9th. We hope to keep them at bay, keep them at 4 runs, and head to the bottom of the 9th and walk things off. Owen this season, this will be his 8th appearance. He has a 3.60 earned run average, a 2-0 record with a save, 13 strikeouts in 10 innings, 11 walks though, so another guy who struggles with the walks. Owen delivers fastball. Umpire says it misses. Very close, low and outside corner. Ball 1. Owen wears number 48 for the Riptide and pitches exclusively from the stretch, a reliever through and through. As he goes high leg kick, delivers. Check swing, fouled off, straight back, 1-1. Owen, 5'9", 175-pounder, touches the low 90s with the fastball. Umpire puts us back in play after the foul ball. Owen comes set. High leg kick, delivers home. Fastball to Zach Plunkett, misses low. He picks that one out of the dirt. It's 2 balls and 1 strike. Owen gets the sign once more and comes set and delivers. This one fouled off to the right side, out of play by Matt Waldron. We are even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Owen showing pretty good command, working with the fastball low. Does have a tendency to spike pitches and bounce them well in front of the catcher. We have yet to see that here, knock on wood. As he delivers the 2-2, a curveball swung on, grounded out to the shortstop, Andrew Carrillo, who fields on the backhand, throws over to Dylan Kelly at first, who picks that one out of the dirt for out number 1. So a good play there by Andrew Carrillo. That's going to bring up the right fielder, Derek Rodigo. Rodigo yet to reach base in this ball game. Grounded out to shortstop, struck out on the 4th inning, and then his last time up flew out to the center fielder. At that time it was Johnny Carr, now it's Chris Prescott. Andrew Owen, ready to go once more now against Derek Rodigo. Spikes this one well in front of Zach Plunkett, like I talked about. Plunkett tries to block it off, but not much hope as it gets behind him after making contact with the home plate umpire. So 1-0 now. Derek Rodigo has had his struggles at the plate in this ball game. Ortega playing deep at the bag at third. Carrillo, the usual positioning, deep at shortstop. Austin Reyes pinching a little bit closer to the bag at second base. Dylan Kelly at first, plays at medium depth. The 1-0 misses high, another fastball. 2-0 now to Derek Rodigo. Chris Prescott, shallow center field. Riley Roberts, medium left. And Caleb Denny, medium and right. We've seen the right fielders playing relatively deep with the wind blowing out in this ball game. Denny has faith as he's playing shallow. That one, another pitch that bounced well in front of the home plate umpire, got a good piece of him, as you could hear him gasp in agony as it hit him. Zach Plunkett's going to venture on out to the mound and give the umpire a moment to breathe. So it's going to be 3-0 now to number 32, Derek Rodigo. Like to challenge the batter with pitches in the strike zone. Walks don't do you any good here, as runners on base are only added pressure, added stress. We've seen Owen get out of some of those situations thus far. One game against the SoCal Catch comes to mind. He had the bases loaded and got out of that one. We were up 2. As he comes in with a fastball there to Derek Rodigo for strike 1. So 3 balls, 1 strike to the right fielder from Westmont College of California in Santa Barbara. Owen delivers once more. This one lined into right center field. It's going to get down for at least 1. Caleb Denny is going to retrieve it before it gets away towards that wall. So Rodigo is going to get on base with a 1-out single there. And the Halos are in business.
Second baseman Channing Verla.
Channing Varela is going to be the new batter. Right-handed hitter. Had an RBI single in his first at-bat. Since then, Flew out to center field and walked. Swings it from the right side, very crouched batting stance. Owen bounces a fastball in the dirt, blocked off by Zach Plunkett, who begs Owen to calm things down. Plunkett, an excellent defensive player behind the plate, like I mentioned earlier, puts his body on that one there. He's willing to do it for the team. It's Rodrigo. It's over there at first base. Infield, a double play depth. Dylan Kelly guarding him at first base. Owen delivers fastball. This one misses in the dirt again. It's 2-0. You'd like to see Owen get ahead of these hitters, but he's fallen behind to each of the last three. Owen once more gets the sign from Plunkett and comes set. Runner from first base fakes the steal. Ball misses low in the dirt once more. It's 3-0 to Channing Varela. Top of the lineup is lurking for the Halos. Ben Skinner waits on deck. He's 1 for 4. The 3-0 pitch misses outside in the dirt, so another 4-pitch walk out of the right hand of Andrew Owen.
Now batting center fielder Ben Skinner.
So back-to-back walks there for Channing Varela is going to bring Ben Skinner to the plate, who flew out to center field twice, flew out to Caleb Denny in right, then singled up the middle in his last time up. Cody Phillips, the shortstop, waits on deck. He's 0 for 3 with a walk. Andrew Owen still trying to induce a ground ball. One up the middle, should produce a double play. Owen goes high leg kick, checks the runner at second base, and delivers a fastball right at the knees on the black of the outer half for strike 1. Unhittable pitch there from Owen if the umpire continues to give us that pitch. Should be easy sailing for Andrew. Just going to be a matter of him finding the strike zone. He brings a fastball there that is fouled off of the catcher, Zach Plunkett. He's going to go retrieve that baseball and give himself a breather. He's a tough guy behind the plate, though. Doesn't seem to get hurt too often. It's quickly 0-2 to Ben Skinner, number 12, right-handed hitter. Harvard University, 5'9", 175-pounder from Moraga, California. Owen checks the runner at second base once more. Fastball swung on and missed for strike number 3. Huge pitch there from Andrew Owen as he's able to retire Ben Skinner. So 2 outs now with runners on first and second base. Owen able to relieve a huge amount of pressure off of his shoulders with 2 outs now. Skinner, like I mentioned, was 1 for 4 rather. We're now 1 for 5 after that strikeout. That's going to bring Cody Phillips 0 for 3. Walked his last time up to face Owen. Owen gets the sign, delivers fastball, low and outside, same spot, strike 1. If he can keep pounding that spot, it's going to be tough to hit him. That's what he did to Ben Skinner. Ben Skinner swung through that fastball. So now 0-1 to Cody Phillips from Princeton University. Another high fastball, swung on, swung through, and missed for strike 2. So once again, Andrew Owen quickly ahead 0-2 to a man from the Ivy League. Phillips from Simi Valley, California. Owen comes set once more after getting the sign from Plunkett. Looked like a breaking pitch, swung on and missed for strike number 3. So Andrew Owen able to bear down and throw some strikes with runners on base. That's the sign of a good relief pitcher. Now we're going to head to the bottom of the 9th inning after the Halos strand 2 on first and second base. Hopefully we'll walk them off. We'll be right back after a quick break for the bottom of the 9th inning. So here we are for the bottom of the 9th inning. The catcher, Zach Plunkett, is going to lead things off for the Riptide. It goes like this: 8-9-1. Hopefully we can get that top of the lineup up, as they have been the run producers in this ball game. Zach Plunkett, 0 for 3 today, struck out looking in his last time. He swings it from the right side, 6'2", 215-pounder from Texas Christian University. He's going to go against Quint Robinson, who delivers fastball. That one missed in the dirt. It's 1-0. Robinson from Nashville, Tennessee, out there at 6'4", 215. Big body, not an extremely hard thrower, though, as he works from the 3/4 arm slot. Another fastball, misses low and outside, 2-0. Caleb Murphy setting up on the inner half to Zach Plunkett. Those balls missing well away, so no chance to frame him up. He goes back to the inner half once more. Fastball misses high and outside. It's 3-0. Should Plunkett get on base, I'd think they'd pinch run for him. Chase Goldwater is down there in the bullpen for the Riptide. Not sure if he's getting loose, ready to run or swing a bat. There's 3 guys down there, all seemingly ready to go, as Robinson comes in with a fastball right down the middle at the knees of Zach Plunkett for strike 1. So 3 balls, 1 strike to number 46, Zach Plunkett, right-handed hitting catcher from Hurst, Texas. Swings on a fastball that time, fouled directly off the chest protector of the catcher, Caleb Murphy. That one pushed off to the right side towards that Halo dugout. So now we're full at 3 balls and 2 strikes to Plunkett. Robinson gets the sign from Caleb Murphy, nods his head yes, and quickly comes set, delivers home. Fastball lined into right center field. It could hang up. The right fielder coming over, hangs underneath that one on the run for out number 1. Well hit ball off the bat of Plunkett there. The wind was carrying it, and unfortunately it carried it directly at that right fielder, Derek Rodigo, who was able to gather himself underneath that one on the run. The batter is going to be Austin Reyes now, who was hit by a pitch and came around to score the first run of that 3-run bottom of the 8th inning for the Riptide. He's looking to start things off here with 1 out in the bottom of the 9th. It's 4 runs on 10 hits for the Halos, 4 runs on 5 hits for the Riptide. Reyes swinging it from the right side. He's from Santa Clara University, where he's a second baseman, third baseman for the Broncos. He's a biology major there. Impressive by him, as the first pitch misses outside from Robinson. It's 1-0. Not too often you see athletes majoring in the sciences, let alone biology, maybe more sports science, but biology major, tough thing to do. Reyes certainly willing to handle all that schoolwork as well as the baseball student-athlete aspect of things. 2-0 now after Robinson missed in the dirt, and he comes back and misses 3-0. So 2 straight 3-0 counts to lead off the batters for the Riptide. First it was Zach Plunkett, and then he came back with a couple of strikes, and now he's 3-0 to Austin Reyes, who will surely have the take sign. Fastball misses in the dirt that time, and Reyes is going to trot on down to first with another free pass. Now it's going to be Andrew Carrillo, who's reached base every time up today. He's 1 for 1 with 2 walks, a hit by pitch, and a single. That single came in his last at bat. He came around to score on the big RBI double by Jake Portero. Now there's a runner on first base with 1 out here. We'll see if the Riptide have anything going with a runner in motion. Murphy behind the plate does have a good arm. He's thrown out 1 runner. It was Carrillo at the beginning of this ball game. Robinson checks the runner at first base. Close play, but he's back diving just ahead of the tag. Andrew Carrillo taps the plate once. He swings it from the right side. Tall batting stance for him for a smaller body. Swinging a hot bat lately, like we mentioned. 450 in the last week. He takes fastball on the black at the knees on the outer half for strike 1. So no balls, 1 strike, 1 out in the bottom of the 9th inning. Runner on first base is Quint Robinson, out there on the mound working from the stretch. He checks Reyes at first base once, Takes a look at him twice and comes set at the chest 3 times now and delivers home on a slide step. 3/4 arm delivery, fastball, outer half, fouled off, out of play to the right side. It's 0-2 now to number 6, the shortstop for the Riptide. Jake Ortega, who has an RBI to his name in this ball game, waits on deck. Another guy with home run power, wind-aided home run power, that is, and there is a pretty good gust here blowing from left to right, so that always could be in play. Robinson checks the runner at first base once more. They're going to call it a balk, so Austin Reyes is going to move on to second base there. So fortunate call for the Riptide there, as Jimmy Walker, the head coach of the Halos, is visibly upset from that Halo dugout on the first base side. So the winning run moves over to second base now on the balk by Quint Robinson. The umpire in the middle of the infield, first base umpire who has ventured over to second base now, is talking things over with the bullpen. Plenty of players for the Halo in the Halo bullpen chirping. He tells them to quiet down. He's ready to run any of them out of this ball game. Austin Reyes assumes the position at second base now. He takes a walking lead. It's 0-2 to Andrew Carrillo. Robinson delivers this ball, inner half, very close to hitting Carrillo, who's upset with himself for getting out of the way of that pitch. He would have been on first with another HBP. So the count, 1 ball, 2 strikes to Andrew Carrillo, the Riptide shortstop from Chico State University. Runner on second base is Austin Reyes from Santa Clara. He reached after being walked on 4 straight pitches. Carrillo calls timeout, steps out of the box, and then quickly gets back in from the right side. Robinson gets the sign from Murphy. Comes set and checks the runner at second base once, then delivers home. Curveball swung on, chopped towards third base, so Reyes can't advance. Velasquez fields and throws on to first base to retire Carrillo for out number 2. We're going to have a mound visit now from Jimmy Walker to Quint Robinson. The batter is going to be Jake Ortega, who I mentioned before, has 1 home run this season, capable of driving in the runs. It's going to be a pitching change for the lefty-lefty matchup, so we'll be right back after a quick break. We're all nodded, 4-4. All right, the new pitcher for the Halos is Chris Danielson, 6 foot even, 170-pound left-hander from Central Methodist University, not to be confused with Southern Methodist in Dallas. Central Methodist is in Fayette, Missouri. So Danielson, the lefty, ready to go against Jake Ortega in a lefty-lefty matchup. Big at bat now for the third baseman from Cal State Bakersfield. The winning run is on second base. 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th inning. Danielson checks the runner at second base from the stretch and delivers home. Fastball taken low on the inside corner for strike 1. 0-1 now to number 10 for the Riptide, Jake Ortega from Bakersfield. Hails from Mission Viejo, California, went to Capo Valley High School. He's behind 0-1 to Chris Danielson, who delivers the 0-1. Curveball bounces in the dirt, gets away from the catcher Caleb Murphy. So Austin Reyes is going to move on over to third base. And that much more pressure now for Danielson after spiking that curveball. Tough play there for Caleb Murphy to put a bounty on it. He did, but it bounced high. Got away from him to the right side on the first base side, right in front of that Halo dugout. So now at third base, Austin Reyes waits. Ball gets away from the catcher Murphy, should score. Reyes from third base, and obviously a hit's going to win this ball game. Reyes 90 feet away over there at third base. Danielson delivers a fastball on the outside corner for strike 2. So now 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th inning. Austin Reyes will be going on contact. We're all knotted up 4-4. 4 runs on 5 hits for the Riptide, 4 runs on 10 hits for the Halos. Here is the big pitch. The 1-2 from Chris Danielson is a curveball in the dirt. It gets away from the catcher Caleb Murphy, and Austin Reyes is going to score with the walk-off wild pitch. So the Riptide split this one 1-2 on the doubleheader. Everybody's fired up now. Almost a sarcastic cheer as the ball gets away from the catcher Caleb Murphy. Another ball spiked in the dirt wins the game for the Riptide. So after that one, we move to 15-21 on the season, 9-16 in CCL play. The Halos move to 18-13, 12-13 in CCL play. The game highlighted by the big Jake Portero double in the bottom of the 8th inning that knotted things up at 4-4. A 2-run double it was down the left field line. He finished things off 1 for 4. Dylan Kelly 1 for 3 with an RBI walk to his name as well. Then, of course, Jake Ortega with the sacrifice fly ball, and then won it in his last at-bat on that wild pitch. So for me, Dylan Tyre, and the rest of the Riptide staff, we thank you for listening. Remember, the All-Star game will be played on Wednesday. Come support our guys at the Urban Youth Academy in Compton at 7 p.m. If you can't make it, watch on FSN West. It'll be nationally televised at 7 p.m. July 13th. We'll catch you next time. Next ball game is Thursday at 4 p.m. at Torrey Pines High School against the Solana Beach Cardinals. So, for Dylan Tyre and the rest of the Riptide, we say thank you. The Riptide win this ball game 5-4.